Hey, what's up, people? What's up, people? So, look, today my word is about Bible stories that relate now, okay? Um, and how the enemy is usually close to you, okay? This is important to understand right now because I just posted the other day, like 2 days ago, Matthew chapter 23, verse 7, about how it talks about um, what was it about? Matthew 23 7. So is Matthew 20, I'm sorry, not Matthew 23:7. Um, it's Matthew 10:34 about how the enemy is going to be your foes. Your enemies are people of your household, meaning your family. Usually, people, the people that's closest to you. And so, I wanted to talk about the story of Joseph. Um, that's one story. You have the story of Joseph. You have the story of David, with David and Goliath. Usually, the siblings or family members is counting you out. Okay. But it was more specifically, I want to talk about the story about Joseph. The story of Joseph absolutely relates to my life. It's almost like I'm Joseph and a female version of whatever. But and my and how Joseph was in a bad situation for 20 years, and there's no difference here. Literally, I have been away from normalcy for 20 years, just as long as Aaliyah has been gone. There, I'm not going to go there, but I have been going through some things, and my family were the culprits of it all. It was because of them that it happened, because they knew I was a calling on my life, because I had visions and dreams. And it's funny because I really wanted to title this Visions and Dreams, because others, there's some of you that also have had visions and dreams. And yeah, so the story of Joseph. Joseph was special. He was what at the time the baby, the youngest one, right? I was the youngest one too, by the way. This stuff is really weird. And I wasn't like the others, to be honest with you. I was nothing like the others. I wasn't perfect, but I was not like the others. I didn't get in trouble like the others did. Um, I just was nothing like them. But that didn't mean I didn't love them. I love them still. Um, I still love them, but I knew that something was up. I didn't. It was a lot of stuff I didn't understand, but I understood about energy. I understood that sometimes you can't have people inside of your energy space. So, anyways, though, but like I said, I have visions and dreams, and during this process, I kind of may have said it a little bit the other day. In one of my visions and dreams, I saw my family going against me. Now, there's another one that I had even after that. Um, Celebrities were involved in my dreams. Um, I promised over this time. I said I wasn't going to mention him because I didn't want to be him in my, to be speaking on him. I don't want him a part of my story. I want my story, but he's a part of the story. I don't know how to not talk about him without telling y'all this story. You know what I'm saying? Because of him, all this started as far as me coming out of this. And so um, I'm probably going to add his name. I'm going to retitle this. I don't even want to mention his name, y'all. It's just crazy. But I probably need to mention his name. Maybe it'll help him too. I don't know. Anyways, um, that made me pause there because I really don't want to mention any celebrities. I really, really don't want to mention them. But what can I do if they're part of the story? We're gonna leave them out for today. Okay, today I still don't want to speak on them. So, anyways, Joseph, he was going through a lot. Joseph was going through a lot, and you know how he was thrown in jail and everything. And he threw his, no, I'm sorry, thrown in slavery and everything. And it's almost like that's the type of oppression I have been in for a long, long time. And but in that process, you learn and your spirit grows. Um, it evolves. And so, and when you're a pleasant person, you can go through some things and not even know you're going through these things. You could be going through some things and not even realize that it's really that bad. You just keep thanking God. You just keep praising God. You just, throughout it all, you're like, even right now, that just saying that just makes me feel good because I could have really been dead, you guys. You have no idea. Some of you do. I could have really, really, really been dead. And I just kept thanking and praising God, like just kept a hold of God throughout this whole process. Even the Satanists wanted me to join their side. They were trying so hard. They were trying so, so hard, y'all, to get me onto that other side, trying to make it seem like I was already there. And they were lying. They were lying, trying to blacken my name, all that. And I know that some of y'all are going through those same things where they're trying to discredit you and make it seem like you're something that you're not, make it seem like you're out there in ways that you're not, doing stuff in your name. Like I went to one time I went to a hotel or motel, whatever you want to call it, getting away from the stuff that I had been through. And the person said to me, "Are you ready?" I said, "Ready for what?" He said, "Oh, well, if you said that, then you must not be the one. You're right. I ain't the one. Don't come at me with none of that. I don't know." Mm-mm. So I don't even know. They have clones out here, all kind of stuff, y'all. I don't want to go too deep into that though today. It's really deep. The things that are happening around the world right now that are happening behind the scenes are so deep, and a lot of people just don't understand. You just believe what you see, but it says in the word that you have to. Uh, you should be what you people are afraid of what they can see instead of what they can't see. You know, I felt something tap me, and I don't like to talk about this because it seems so like for y'all that aren't that spiritual or that aren't that deep in, which most people aren't. You don't understand the spiritual world like that. When you feel someone or something tap you, oh Lord, that's some spiritual stuff right there. You see, spirits jumping at people and all kind of shit. That was my son. Ooh, that was a confirmation, y'all. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Oh, I didn't want to say Lord like that, but oh my, that was a trip. He threw something at the door as a confirmation. Things that tap you. It be spirits around. That's why some of y'all peoples is crazy. Let's talk about it really quick. This is going off a subject, but it's the time to talk about it. It's why sometimes, so back in the days before modern medicine became what it is, they used to say that um, Indians and y'all Native Americans, when people were crazy or mentally ill, and I have medical background by the way, just to let you know that I know and understand it. Because this is some of the first stuff they teach you in nursing school is about how Native Americans used to believe that people had spirits in them. So if they were mentally ill, they would put a hole. It's called trepanning, where they'll put a hole in the forehead, thinking that they're releasing um, a negative or demonic spirit. So they relate mental illness to um, spirits. And let me tell you something. There is some truth to that. I've learned that. There's some truth to that. There's truth to that. Sometimes it is possessions, spiritual possessions. It's a certain spirit that is within these people. We are too far in now to be blind and deceived. You see people out there going crazy. They talking to someone. They're talking to a spirit. You can't see them. And I just say a minute ago, there's things. That's why this relates to that. Didn't I just say a minute ago that there are things, the word of God said people are scared of people. I mean, are scared of things that they can see instead of things they can't see. There's things out there, spiritual forces. The spiritual world is way more powerful than the physical world. Let me tell you, because if they wasn't, I'd be dead. If the spiritual world was not more powerful than the physical world, I would already be gone. All this satanic stuff, witchcraft stuff they've been doing to try to hold me back, keep me from being where I need to be. And no, it's not as bad as it seemed, but There's things going on. You can't be blind to them. This is where faith matters. So, anyways, um, by the way, there's a National Geographic book out there called Witches. I think it was called The Witches. I didn't read it, but right during the time where I was down there, like I said, I went to go get away from what I was at because it was some really deep, powerful spiritual stuff going on around. And I had no idea. And it got really, it has to do with the alignment of the planets and everything. This started, this been going on for years, but my awakening and me going into darkness, um, I don't want to say the takeover, but it was almost like a takeover. It started in 2018. It started really in 2016, 2015, 2016. Was when it got really bad, but when it got its worst was in 2018, the end of 2018. And so that's why coming to these other years, you felt it more. And the pandemic was the result of all of that. I'll go into it another time. I'm even still learning more about what exactly has happened, what's taking place. To be honest with you, I'm becoming more aware of it. The spiritual side is downloading more information to me because nobody's telling me. By the way, I'm just very in tune with the universe and what y'all call the universe. I say the Most High God, and I'm getting this information on what has been taking place. I'm able to piece it together as I heal, as my brain heals from what they've done. It's been a very, very interesting time, but I'm still here. The sun is still shining when you go outside. You can still see all this light coming from my forehead, right? It's reflecting off, so we still good. We still good. Sometimes when I'm really, really excited, the camera really lights up. That's that part. But anyways, I ain't having all this time in. I haven't even said all that I'm supposed to say. So we're supposed to be talking about what did I say? Bible stories. So Joseph, right? Joseph and David is the two that's on my mind. Their family, their families were counting them out, acting like they wasn't nothing. Oh, that's just such and such. And for David, oh, David's not strong enough to do this. David is little, you can't be talking about David. I'm the one. It's this one over here. It's exactly how they be acting. How about the other one? How about the other one? Joseph. Joseph was the special one. They loved Joseph, right? The parents loved Joseph. What happened? They all teamed up to sell him into slavery. That's my story. And that's some of y'all story too. Because there's nothing new under the sun, is what has been said. So that's some of y'all story too. Some of y'all peoples and sold y'all out. Got y'all set up to be killed. A little bit more than that, huh? Especially in royal families and rich families, that's a common story. They waiting on people to die to get their money. It's a shame because the one that probably my baby daddy, that's a common story I heard with him. So for him and all of them to be involved in trying to, harm me is no surprise because that's all I heard was how the family was waiting on the grandfather to pass away so they can get his money. I never heard. I mean, me personally I'm like, what is going on? That's all they were waiting on. I never heard. It's just some of the wickedest stuff ever. They're not even enjoying the time the person's here no more. All they thinking about is the person's death. And quiet as kept, they probably was egging it on. So anyway, like I said, it's the ones that's closest to you. It could be business partners. Business partner wants you outed so they can get the whole, the business might be lucrative, and now they want their part. They want their piece. They want to have the whole thing. They get greedy because just sharing checks ain't enough. So now they want to out you out and take over so you won't get that promotion. Or so you can, so they can get the whole piece of the pie. How about when, like I said, I already said about family. It could be in life insurance policies. It can be inheritances. Yeah, all of that. They'll take you out for it. It could be just that they know that you're destined for greatness. They know that you're a star. They know that you're going to shine because it's in your birth chart to do so. It is meant. The Most High put you here to shine, to teach, to love, to be a light worker, to do all these things. And they don't want that for you because they figured you was supposed to be nothing. You was the drug baby. You was this. You was that. The incest child. You was all that. And so they figured you ain't supposed to be. You ain't supposed to have nothing. You ain't supposed to be the one shining. It's supposed to be them because they thought that they was always better than you. But it wasn't. That wasn't God's plan. See, because we're not these bodies. People tend to forget the spirit of God is what dwells, right? We all a part of God. So it's not about the flesh. They get it confused. That's why they faltered in all of this. Is because they forgot that it's about the spirit. It's not about this flesh. This flesh means nothing. But God will save any flesh that God chooses to save. You can be looking like you're about to die from cancer and all that. They making all kind of plans to take you out and take your whole fortune and do this and do that. Sell you sell you in sex slavery, human trafficking, and all that. They have all these plans. And they're going to fail. Why? Because that's not God's plan. That's not the Most High's plan. The Most High's plan is to show them how powerful the Most High is through you. And that is how a lot of y'all stories is. It don't matter if they seem like they winning right then and right there. It don't matter if it's like they winning something. They not. You know why? Because it's God's plan for you to be the one that God uses. It don't matter how it look like they driving Benzes and this and that. They acting like they got all the friends and all of that. Something that Nino Brown say is that, shout out to Nino, right? Oh, smiling. Is that elevation requires separation. Elevation requires separation. So if you by yourself, you probably about to elevate. Everybody can't go, right? We're gonna say that's what Trey said. Trey Songz said everybody can't go. That's the only way I'm gonna mention him today. Trey Songz said that everybody can't go with you as you grow. You understand? Believe. So believe in yourself, believe in God, that God has given you the power to rise up. Believe, pray. Everything will be okay. Be smart, be wise. And understand that those people that wasn't there for you in the beginning, they're not meant to go. But when they try to come back as you winning, remember that they wasn't supposed to go. I think a lot of people, it just dawned on me right now. And not LeBron James, but what is his name? What is his name? Tall, dark skinned, chocolate. Lamar Odom. It just hit me right now. Lamar Odom. I'm pretty sure a lot of those people that he was giving a lot of money to and all of that, they wasn't there as he was coming up. And then after he came up, they love bombed him and guilt tripped him and made him feel like he had to be there for them because he's the one up. They wasn't supposed to come with him. Not saying that he's over and done with now, no, because he's still alive and breathing, so he's blessed. As long as you're alive and breathing and you're able to do your thing still, you're able to move forward. Don't let though all those that are wealthy, that are um, involved in organizations where they know about me. Don't be silly just because your pockets is right. Don't be silly and think you're not supposed to learn from me. You should be learning from me. You should be learning what to look out for. It's not necessarily all the words that come out of my mouth, but you look at my whole roundabout situation and you say, I see how people treat her like this. I see where her faith lies like this. I see how she moved like this. Pay attention. But that's my word for the day, y'all. Remember, it's the ones that are the closest to you. And it was actually a scripture I wanted to read because I always like to read a scripture. So this is in the Apocrypha. I always say the parts of the Bible that they took out back in the 1800s. The Apocrypha is the Catholic Church took it out, right? The Vatican took it out because it's a lot of prophecy in there, and there's stuff that I need to talk about, like what this stuff is going to. Oh, I see it on the clock. I gotta tell y'all about this. I'll just be afraid to talk about it because I ain't gonna lie, because I'll be afraid that I'm manifesting it if I talk about it. But it's already written in the scripture, so it's not like I'm manifesting it. But this stuff right here, and they showed it in a commercial, and they showed it on a movie, The Kingsman. But what's going on is that, and I Am Legend, the movie, I don't think it's going to be that severe to I Am Legend. But with the phone, oh, that's right. That's why I seen the word phone. So the frequency through the phone too, it's supposed to cause people to fight. I saw it in my dream where everybody was fighting. This is very important. Saying this again, but I had a vision that I had on my like my profile picture for this page. I have on like a, a garment, and I have my fringes at the bottom and all that. I don't play. I used to not play, I should say. I used to have my hair wrapped all the time and everything. But as you know, this ain't my real hair, so I'm gonna call it a wrap today. Anyway, um, no, but seriously. So I had on my robe, like my thing, my hood, and everybody was fighting each other, kind of like I seen on at the LAX where they was fighting, but everybody's fighting each other, and people are trying to come for me. People are trying to come for me, like they coming at me now because I told you visions and dreams, right? This is part of the big vision that I had. See the light right there. So I had said somebody came, they were trying to come at me like, and then somebody would come for them. And another person, and this might have something, and I've been also reluctant about telling this because this might have something to do with what's actually happening right now with me. Okay. But people's coming this way, people's coming this way, people coming that way, right? It's like two or three people actually, but everybody else is fighting each other. And every time somebody tried to come at me, somebody would come at them. So if they try to come to me, it was like somebody would come for them, and somebody would come for that other person. And then at the very end, I was laughing. So I don't know if that had to me. I was in the car, sitting in the car with two gentlemen, and we were all laughing together. That's how it ended. So I don't know. And like I said, I had on my hood, just like it right there, like Book of Eli stuff. I don't know. But my point is that I don't know if that has to do with what's happening. I don't think that's what it has to do with right now. I think that's just like that new phone that they got, that new Z or flip phone. It was like that. How everybody fighting each other. That's how it was going down. I gotta pee. So I don't know if I'm not sure if that's to come or if that's just because dreams, like with Joseph, the dreams don't happen exactly as you see them. Just like I saw people standing in line. I didn't know if they were standing in line for it. We all was getting in line. That let me know that was the grocery store thing. You understand? So I've seen this stuff. I seen my victory at the end too. That's what kept me going. I saw my W. All we do is win. The righteous will win. Anyway, this is going on a little longer than I wanted to. I wanted to be done closer to 20 minutes. But like I said, I want to read the scripture real quick. It's people the closest to you. Let's see. Mhm. So this is Ecclesiastes or Sirach, chapter 6. I laughed at myself, y'all. Yeah, I'm done. Um, this has to do with friends, fake friends. Okay. So this has to do. Wait. I really don't want to talk about this about the friends yet. I really don't. But I do want to see. I do want to say this. I have to say this one though, because this goes in. But I want to. I've done this before on my page, like last year. I used to do videos differently, and I'm getting back into it because this was a part of my purpose to be here for y'all like this. But look, where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Okay. This is chapter 6, verse 7 of Ecclesiasticus. You heard of Ecclesiastes in the Bible, but in the Apocrypha is Ecclesiasticus. So that means it's a part of it they took out. Okay. Now it says, chapter 6, verse 7, if thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first and be not hasty to credit him. Okay. So if you get a friend, see if he's your friend. Test him out. See if he's your friend. And don't be so quick to go, oh, that's my friend. We do this like this, and we'll do. Prove him first. You better, because let me tell you all the stuff I'm going through. Most of these people are supposedly my friends, my old friends. People, I don't even want to go there. They already know. I don't even want to go there. I don't even want to go there. I'm just gonna let it burn. They already know. They was blessed to be in my presence. Let me just say it. They was blessed to even be in my presence. They're supposed to be my friends. Get out of here. Anyways, um, and that's real. Um, for some man is a friend for his own occasion and will not abide in the day of thy trouble. So he have his own reasons. That verse is saying that he had his own reasons why they're your friend, right? But when you about to start going through some stuff, they ain't gonna be there. Okay, that's verse 7. Verse 8. I'm sorry, that was verse 8. Verse 9. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 6, verse 9. And there's a friend who being turned to enmity and strife will discover thy reproach. Okay. All right. 10. Again, some friend is a companion at the table and will not continue in the day of thy affliction. Okay. So they're going to see. So where we at 9? They're going to see that just because they use their friend and they see that they figure that they can get over on you, right? Taking your kindness for a weakness, whatever, then they're going to see how you going to get back at them. Okay. Now we have verse 11. But in thy prosperity, he will be as thyself. Hold on. But in thy prosperity, he will be as thyself and will be bold over thy servants. If he act like you, right? They act. Wait a minute. So in prosperity, they're gonna be as thyself and will be bold over thy servants. Okay, acting like what? Like they you, like they just like you, right? If thou be brought low, he will be against thee and will hide himself from thy face. Let me tell you, I don't want to go no further. But when you in some stuff and you need them, they ain't nowhere to be found. That's them fake ass friends. There's nothing more truer than that. When you're going through some things, they ain't nowhere to be found. As a matter of fact, they on the other side with the enemy, with your other enemies. If you're here for a higher purpose, they helping out the enemy, whoever that enemy may be. They over there cheering on, oh, woo woo woo, taking deals, trying to sell you all kinds of way out crazy things. And then once they see that God wasn't going for it, now they want to find you and apologize. Oh, I haven't gone into detail the things these people have done. Sickening, sad, abomination. Anyways, so y'all watch the company you keep. Watch them fake friends. them associates, that them families. If you and some family members ain't getting along too well, don't tell them about your come ups. Don't tell them about your come ups. They be stalking you on your phone. Be careful you get your phone number too. They be stalking you on your phone, trying to take over your stuff, take over your identity. I had got something in the mail from the government, from the IRS, some years back that told me somebody was using my that somebody was using my social. They said, um, but they wouldn't tell me who it was. But that let me know they knew, they was watching. I should have kept that letter. Pay attention, y'all. Anyways, y'all have a good one. I do love y'all. Don't ever get it twisted. And we're in this together. Bye.